Well, hello. This is page 17 of the ukulele pages. I'll try not to drag it out as much as I did page 16, but there is quite a bit on this page. I'm starting off being honest, saying here is a crazy piece, you might think, but I hope you'll have fun playing it. I composed this one. I think I did. Sometimes it's hard to tell, I think, have I heard this before somewhere in an old exercise book or something? But anyway, I did this so you would have some practice reading the accidentals, especially, well, I guess we have sharps and flats both in this. So let's see, let's take a look here. I'm looking down at the first thing is, well, I guess we'll just go through it and see things as they go, as they come. So we start out with a very chromatic, and we go to 4, and then I play, I use IMA, index, middle, ring. And if I haven't said it before, these are from, I use right hand markings from classical guitar, so it's PIMA. They stand for the Spanish words. So the next one, I don't do exactly that same thing. When I get to the E, I pluck it with my index finger, and then I pluck the next 3 with PIM. I don't know if that's being inconsistent or not, but it's what fingers are available. I think I did it differently there. From there on, it's pretty straightforward. Until you get to the last note in the second line. And up above it, it says harm, Roman numeral 12, and then a little circle. Well, this is intended to be a harmonic. And so you get this note by playing at the 12th fret of the 4th string. You know, the 4th string is low G, that's the note before. And then what you do, as it tries to explain up in the top, you lightly touch the string right over the fret, the 12th fret. Now, not where you'd usually put it, it's the same note, but over that metal piece, and you pluck it and draw your finger away, get your finger out of the way, so like this. Isn't that beautiful? And I suggest, I think in here you can try it on all the strings. You also get harmonics at other places on the instrument. You get them at the 7th fret and at the 5th fret. You get them other places also, but anyway, we're just concerned with that one. So you're playing in that last measure of the second line. And then from there on, let's see, 3rd line. There again, I'm playing all those notes with my thumb, and then when I get to that triad, I play PIM. Third finger on the G, 4th finger on the C. And the last G chord you can strum or pluck with all 4 fingers if you want. So if we put that all together, let's see if I can play it. Here we go. So, number 2 is a piece that they play on the piano on all the black keys. If you've tried playing through it, you'll recognize it. One thing that comes into play in the first part of this song is the idea of when you're playing, a good rule of thumb, which means it's not a hard and fast rule, but you do it, if you want notes to ring, sometimes a good rule to follow is don't move your finger, your left-hand finger, unless you have to. So at the beginning of this song, I put down B and G. You see that? B and G. And I'm going to leave G there as much as I can. Now here I have to pick it up, but I'll leave it down. There's a place in there in the second line, the third measure, maybe even a little before that. Which really means, probably you should start out with first finger on B and second finger on G. Let's try that again. The reason I started out the first time with second finger B, third finger G is just because it feels like a G chord. It's in the key of G. So speaking of the key of G, when we got to where I ended on the second line, last measure, the low G, so then this chord is a G. And you slide it up, and you get those next notes that are shown there. You slide it up one more time, and you're on the next line, and you're in a new key. You're in the key of A. Going back just a moment to the measure with the slides, the second line, last measure. You know that on the first string you have second fret B, third fret C, fourth fret C sharp. Well, on the next string, on the second string, you have third fret G, then the fourth fret is G sharp, which is also called A flat, and that's what it is here, and the next fret is A, same as the first string. On the third string, second fret, you have D. Third fret is D sharp. And the next fret is E. Just like the, I don't know which way to show that. And I think in a subsequent page and video, I'm going to do some things going higher up the fingerboard, so we get to know those notes up there a little bit because they come in handy. So we're on the third line now. We're up on the fourth fret for second finger and first finger, and on the fifth fret for third finger, and from there A chord. See that? So, I think I've done everything that I highlighted on here to tell you. So practice. If you don't want those notes to ring, then of course you can pick up your fingers. But let's see. Oh, the other thing on the first part of this is, if you finger G, if you finger B with your first finger and G with your second finger, then you can, now that you know that there's an E on the third string, fourth fret, you could play get more ring to it. So, with that, I bid you good day and go and practice.